Welcome back to part 2 of the Memphis Shades fairing install. So this will be the video that I actually install this on the bike, and I'm going to go through it step by step. There was a problem, well, it was my issue putting it on. So I'm going to leave that in there, and I'm going to show you the correct way that it was supposed to be done. And just stay tuned. Tell me how you think it went. Give me a thumbs up. If you like the video, go ahead and subscribe, and let's get to it. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is install the brackets, and they come with some really good instructions. So we will install them. Now they have 2 bolts on the backside, which are either an 11 millimeter. If you don't have metric, you can use 7/16. Just going to loosen it up. Assuming install these grommets, probably a little bit easier. There we go. Take them out. Install it. Put that back in. Make sure that it's, you can see it's all the way through on the other side. Install it. And then line them up. Hopefully I can see somewhat what I'm doing. I'm going to leave these a little loose so that I can adjust them up and down. I'll go ahead and do the other side, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, next step we're going to do is we're going to take off this headlight asshole. Yes, I know, got that 70s wood panel going. So what we're going to need to remove that is there's 3 bolts on the back side of this. You're going to need a number 6 Allen. So I'm going to go ahead, we will take these off real quick and move on to the next step. go. We're in there. So we are now ready. So now we're ready to get started on the rest. And as you can see, I've got the Eagle fork turn signals, which I'm gonna have to remove to put back the stock turn signals, which, you know, not bad, because I actually, and I'll show you, I actually hardwired these, or excuse me, put a JCT connector on both sides in case I ever wanted to go back to different headlights or a Memphis Shades fairing. So we'll remove those and then do the turn signal extension kit, and we have to do the headlight relocation. So we will be back for that. Okay, so I already took apart one of these a while back because I just wanted to see. So now what we're gonna do, I'll show you how to do it. It's simple. These things, basically, they just unscrew from the mounting. Simple as that. And then we'll take our kit and they do a fantastic job when they pack this with this heat shrink. So these are going to be your mounting bolts for when we mount it back on the motorcycle. But first, what we have to do is mount them to these brackets. And so, looking at these, it looks like my wire's going to go in here. Trying to see how the curve, yeah, so the curve's going to go in. So see how it's curved? Let me see if you can see that. These are not straight, they're curved. So the curve's going to go back inwards towards the bike. So then we'll put these together. And you know, I'm gonna tell you what's awesome about this. Pretty much all the tools that you need are supplied in the package. All the little Allen wrenches. So if you don't have Allen wrenches, really all you're gonna need is, so far, a 10 millimeter to take these off, the forks, and an 11 millimeter for these bolts here, a number 6 Allen, which probably is in here. I already have a pretty much a good setup, so we're just gonna snug this on. Do the same thing on this side. So these on. That one won't flush. This one's not going to flush. So this one went flush. This one's kind of out a little bit. Oh, but you don't want to know why? This is what happens when you put it the wrong way. So I'm gonna leave this in here so you can see my gooberness. Now, notice the difference. It sits flush. So that's how you know if you have this bracket on flipped the wrong way. Okay, and then looking at this. So these basically, so then you have your grommets are going to go like this. Put this back through. This back through. And then we'll go back. So on here, so you're taking this piece completely off. Set these aside, save them for later if you decide you want to go a different route. And then we're going to go back out to the bike on the triple trees, the pinch bolts that hold them in place. So here it says remove the upper, but then you want to look for the Road Warrior, you're actually going to use the bottom one. So use the lower 2 pinch bolts. So each side you're going to take this one off. When we get outside, I'll show you which one it is. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. So this lower bolt on your fork mounts, okay? The lower bolt on your fork mounts. This is the one you're going to remove. And then you install the blinkers. So with that said, we'll do that. Okay, so the Allen wrench that is actually supplied with them will work for this. You just want to loosen this out. Take that one. Same thing, you'll want to probably take that one and just set it somewhere where you want it to be safe in case you ever decide you want to go a different direction. Somewhat tight, get it snug. We'll look at it from the front. Let's see if you can see. Back up just a little bit. Sorry about that. So based on what I'm going to do now, I'm just looking at it straight on. I want to make sure that my blinkers come straight. Then we'll tighten it down. Do the same thing on the other side, and then start doing the fairing install. Okay, so next we are going to do the headlight block. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this front fender. So it has 2 bolts on either side, which are a number 6 Allen. So we will remove those. Put this somewhere else for now. All right, that gives us room on changing out this headlight block, which is a little loose. I've already loosened up this bolt. I wanted to see what all was holding this on. So take off the headlight. There's a zip tie right there holding one of the wires on. So we'll cut that off so we can get to this. Alright, so we got the headlight assembly off. So basically we're going to put the block here. Which which there's not really instructions on it, so I'm assuming that. So I'm assuming the reason why we're putting this on there is because we got to move that headlight forward. So we're going to put it here. Let's put this back on. And just give me a second because I just took it off. I don't know where I put that bolt. Okay, well, I put it on the bench where it needed to go. So we'll just put this on. Let's see. This. Double check one thing. It's not going to reach. Okay. Well, it's not good the easy way, but. That's on there. Now we will remove the bolts on the headlight. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this headlight off real quick. Or take the actual headlight out of this mount. I have it laying on a foam pad right now because I don't want to screw up the glass on my headlight. So there you go. So now we want to take this off, which is on there like really good. So let me screw around with that, see if I can get this loose. It's probably going to be a lot of F-bombs, so I'm going to pause the video real quick so y'all miss it, so I don't get in trouble. Okay, so there was a slight amount of cussing. Anyway, so we take this bolt out. I had to throw it in a vise and clamp this down, and then we go and we put the new part in. So it's like basically what we do is I'll take you back over to the bike and then we'll show you how that's done. So you got these spacers, you reuse the old hardware, and then we'll go back. First I got to put the headlight back into the bezel. So let me do that real quick and then we'll go to the bike. Alright, so now we'll do the headlight. Put the headlight back in. So you have little spacers. So what we'll do is we'll put these in first. Headlight. Second spacer is going to go in. And this, then nut goes back on. plug this back in. Tighten this back up. Sure, we'll have to probably move it a little bit. Okay, so now what we'll do is we will start the install on the frame mount, or excuse me, the fairing mount. So let's go set that up. Okay, so got the instructions, and down here it kind of shows you where to put, how to put those. So they have little tabs on them. So you see they have that tab there, which you want that facing forward because you don't want these sitting on your gas tank. So let me set these up. Okay, so we'll loosen these. It comes with its own tool, so we're going to loosen up these Allens. Slide these into place. They're notched. Sorry. So okay, they're notched, so they're a little difficult to get in. Sure, there's an easier way to do this. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Got it. So, see if I can show you on camera. They're notched, so they kind of, with that screw in there, take that screw out, but then they just kind of slide into place. So you'll see, I can tell, they're notches. So they're a little bit tricky. There's a little bit of that. Alignment issue. Not really an issue, but you have to finagle it a little bit. a little loose. Okay, so I'm going to take this back off and we're going to reposition this headlight because I did it wrong. You do need to use the new headlight block to stick this out further. So we will go back and do this. So I will take this headlight off right now. Loosen this up a little bit so I can freely move this. And then Alright, so this is the part where it really gets tough lining it up. So we're trying our best to get lined up. It seems like I might actually have to come back down with this a little bit. So this is the, like I said, this is the fun part where you've got to do a lot of adjustments the first time. Kind of get it, so let's adjust that. Hey, 4,000 power. got it in the headlight. Adjust it by watching the headlights and ensure level. So what I'm going to do now, drop down the garage door, I'm going to line up that light. Alright, headlight's good. I want to do it nice and this one is about half an inch up from the bottom mount on the triple tree. On this side. So now that I'm good, it's secure, tighten it. So, tighten this down and we're good to go. Alright, so I'll tell you, when you first do this, there's a lot of adjustments on this. Trying to make sure it's straight. So, I'm pretty close right now. It seemed like it was more kind of over to the right hand side of the bike, so I guess this side of the bike seemed like it was more that way, or actually I guess it was more that way, so I moved it more that way. And I think I'm pretty good now. We'll tighten it back down and we'll call it a wrap. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video on the installation of the Memphis Shades Road Warrior fairing. Hopefully when you do it, it's not 100 degrees outside, because as you can probably see, I'm sweating. So now I'm going to have to clean this off and we'll take it for a ride. We'll get some video this weekend on this thing. And until next time, rock on.